All right. Good evening, everyone. It is time for USFFL action. We've got a doubleheader for you tonight. Titans at Colts, followed by Panthers at Falcons, pretty much running simultaneously. So let's go ahead and get the action started here by letting everybody know that we've got a broadcast out here to join. All right. So everybody knows and us. Next, let's go ahead and see how we're doing here. Why does it look like we are stopped there? Dead in the water, perhaps. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull this up and let's check and see. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect from the game and then try to connect again. 1 second here. All right, let's get that game number one more time here. Well, looks like they might be having technical difficulty. Let's see what we can find here. All right, so we'll see if perhaps. Ah, there it is. Found it. New game number. All right. So they did change the game number due to tech issues, and I just missed it. It was on the wrong thread. So we're hopefully about to be connecting. There we go. It took a little bit, but we are finally connected and looking live in Indianapolis. So let's go ahead and start pulling up the display here. Are off and running. Looks like opening drive of the game here. There's a run short gain, but it is capped at 6 yards for low usage. Dontrell Hilliard has his short gain reduced to a yard gain. It's 2nd and 4. Looking at injuries, and Derrick Henry is out for the and because it has to be over usage. He was, I think, injured part of the year last year. Ended up with only 200 carries or so instead of 400 or something, and so a couple weeks and tied in Anthony Firkser. So 3 offensive weapons out in this game for the Titans. There's another run, and it's again a short gain on the card of Dontrell Hilliard that will once again be capped at 6 yards and a first down on those 2 runs. So Dontrell Hilliard back-to-back runs for a first down, 6 yards apiece. Should have totaled 29, according to the roll on the short gain chart. So first and 10 now, Titans at their own 45-yard line. As we said, opening possession, 5th play of the game here. Both of these teams are 4-3, tied for the lead in the AFC South. These two teams did play earlier in the season. A game that was won by the Colts 31-24. On a first and 10, here pass off to the side, A.J. Brown. And just a pickup of 2 yards, there's going to be a penalty and tack on 15 more. Personal foul carries that across midfield, and the Tennessee Titans are now set up first and 10 at the Indianapolis 38-yard line. Titans coming out with a 3 wide receiver, 2 running back formation. Deontay Foreman is going to be your tailback. Indianapolis defense is rated average to good against the run, but against the pass. Although for being a poor rated pass defense, the defensive cards don't look that bad. First and 10, here's an off-tackle run again to Deontay Foreman. Goes to the defensive card, just a pickup of 2 yards on a 6. And that's going to make it second down and 8 at the 36-yard line. Now, second and 8, they're running again. Deontay Foreman on his card, and he's going to pop another short gain. But this one is not going to get capped. It's a 12-yard and a first down to the Indianapolis 24-yard line. So Tennessee's taking the opening drive to the footstep of the Indianapolis red zone. They'll stay in the 3 wide receiver formation. And they're running again into a pass defense. Pickup of just 3 yards on Deontay Foreman's card. Off tackle wrong. Second down and 7 at the Indianapolis 21. And so without Derrick Henry on the opening drive, 10, 2 passes, both complete. And they've run it 6 times to Foreman and Hilliard. So even without Derrick Henry, the Titans are trying to establish that they can run the ball. Second and 7 at the 21. Still 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Defense in a 4-2-5. Here comes an off-tackle run again into a pass defense. Deontay Foreman on his card, just a pickup of 1 yard. So the momentum is slowed down on that run attack, and it's now going to be an important third down and 6 right at the 20-yard line. Same formation, stays out there for the offense. A.J. Brown split out wide right. Colts defense is going to set up in the nickel. Tennessee Titans come in with the 5th ranked rush offense at 154 yards a game. But that's going to be hard to duplicate tonight without King Henry. Here on 3rd and 6, we've got a screen pass out to the left side. Deontay Foreman out of the backfield is targeted, and that's going to be incomplete. Result of receiver. Deontay Foreman has multiple opportunities there where he could have gotten that first down. Pretty good receiver, but he missed it. It's now 4th and 6 at the 20-yard line, and that's going to bring Randy Bullock to try to cap this opening drive with a field goal from 37 yards. He's setting up now. Should be a 2 through 10 as long as he can stay within that window, and he does. 2 through 10 drills it. Avoided the variable that could have popped him into a longer zone. And on the opening drive of the game, 6 minutes into the game, the Titans take the early lead 3-0 here in Indianapolis. The ensuing kickoff, nice return. Isaiah Rodgers bringing that one out to the 33-yard line, and that's where the Colts will set up now for their opening drive. First quarter action here in the AFC South. Colts sitting up in a run set, blocking back formation. It's a run up the middle. Jonathan Taylor, he pops a short gain on his card. That's going to be a pickup of 11 and a first down, but a penalty is going to bring that one right back. Holding on the play. So scratch away that first down carry by Jonathan Taylor. And it's first down and 20. Now back at their own 23-yard line. Despite the 10-yard loss, they'll stay in that blocking back formation and run it again off tackle, but it's going to be a loss of 3. There's another penalty. This one, however, is against the Tennessee defense coming across early. So we'll wipe that away. Boy, one linebacker in the zone on that off tackle, and 6, 7, 8. Those results are -3, -4, -3. Tennessee blessed with a very good run defense. As a matter of fact, looking at their cards now, it's actually rated as excellent. Inside run, Jonathan Taylor, just a pickup of 2 yards on the defensive card. The aforementioned excellent defense coming through in spades there. Second down and 13. Indianapolis from their 30. They're staying in the run formation. They're going to run it again up the middle. And a pickup of 8 yards there for Jonathan Taylor. Nice pickup, setting up a manageable 3rd and 5. Tennessee with the top-rated run defense in the USFFL, allowing just 85.9 yards per game. And on 3rd and 5, here's a quick out to the tight end, Jack Doyle, and incomplete. That came up with a 6 on the white dice, put 0 on, but a good break for the Titans defense as the result of receiver popped up on the defensive card with 0 men. And Jack Doyle could not bring that home. So 4th down and 5, Indianapolis from their 38. And they're going to have to punt it back to the Titans. Rigoberto Sanchez with a 43-yard punt to the 19-yard line, fielded there by Chester Rogers, and he'll fair catch that. So 1st and 10, Titans at their 19, second drive of the game coming up for them. They're holding a 3-0 lead. First place battle here in the AFC South of the USFFL. Titans a little short-handed this week. Starting tight end out of the game, Derrick Henry. Tailback out of the game. Receiver Julio Jones out of the game. 10, three wide receiver formation. Tannehill is back to pass. He's looking short. Defense was guessing run. Goes to the defensive card, and it's incomplete there. Incomplete on an 11 with 4 men on short pass, and it's 2nd down and 10 at the 19-yard line. Six minutes to go here in the first quarter. Three wide receivers, two running back coming out for the Titans. 4-2-5, the defensive alignment for the Colts. Back to the ground for the Titans. Off tackle to Dontrell Hilliard. Defense was looking pass, and Hilliard on his card picks up just 3 yards, but more laundry on the field. A holding penalty on the offense is going to back him up. Titans backed up to their 10-yard line now, 2nd and 19. Already 2 penalties apiece here in the first quarter. Backed up in there inside their own red zone now. The Colts are going to pull the safety up close. They're showing blitz out of a 4-2-5 alignment. Deontay Foreman still the tailback in a 3 wide receiver set. Johnny Unitas tried to join. Good to see. There's a button hook to Deontay Foreman, and he's going to go ahead and get a 14-yard gain there. Took advantage of an open zone, and on the wrong side of, or I should say the wrong column on his receiver card, Deontay Foreman is extremely good. Picks up 14 there and sets up a 3rd down and 5 now for the Titans at their 24-yard line. And on this big 3rd down play, the Titans are going to spread it all the way out. 4 wide receivers spread out now. Tannehill still under center. Nickel defense presented by the and Tannehill is back to pass, looking short. It's incomplete. Penalty on the play again, and it's going to be holding against Tennessee. So I expect we'll see that declined here, and we do. And that's going to bring on a 4th down, 4th and 5 from their own 24. The Titans are going to have to punt it back to the Colts here. So both teams have a punt in the books coming up now. This one by Brick Hearn is a good one. Booming punt of 58 yards. That's all the way back to the 18-yard line where Nyheim Hines going to fair catch that. And there's a penalty. And guess what? That was an encroachment penalty on the punt, a 5-yard penalty on 4th and 5. And the Titans wiped that punt away. They got a 1st down on penalty there. So missed opportunity to get off the field there by the Colts defense, or more specifically, the Colts special teams. And the defense comes back out on the field. 1st and 10, Titans at their own 29-yard line. Right back to the three wide receiver, two running back set, 4-3 defense. Tannehill's looking pass again, little dump pass over to the side, A.J. Brown, and pickup of 9. But we've got another penalty, and it's holding again. Back the Titans up. So extremely sloppy start for both of these teams. A reality acknowledged by the coaches in the chat string now. 1st and 20. Titans back at their 19. Titans will stay in the same three wide receiver, two running back set. Dontrell Hilliard is going to be the tailback now. 4-2-5 from the Colts. And on 1st and 20, the Titans, Dontrell Hilliard off tackle. Pickup of 6 yards. His third carry. And that's 2nd and 14 now. And on 2nd and 14 from their own 25, here's another run off tackle. Deontay Foreman once again into a safe pass defense, but going to hit his short gain. He's going to pop a good number there for 16 yards, and that's going to be a first down run. So the Titans continue to run the ball aggressively without the King. Titans now with 9 runs, 6 passes. They're now 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Probably expecting pass calls without the King in there, trying to cross it up, get some wrong looks with the running backs. Everything sounds fine except you got to worry about the load and when they're going to start running out of carries and fatigue will set in. Here's a sack on the play. A 1st and 10 play sack by Al-Qadim Muhammad. Tannehill dropped for a loss of 7 yards. And it's 2nd and 17 back at their own 34. There's a look-in pass over the middle. A.J. Brown's got it for a good 23-yard pickup. You know where you find that one on the defensive card. Took advantage of the empty zone. Gets the Titans offense across midfield. And they're set up at the Indianapolis 43-yard line now. Brown's second catch in this game. The Colts, the safety up close again out of the 4-3, showing blitz. 2 tight end formation here. And here's a quick out to an open zone and incomplete though. Goes to the quarterback card. Tannehill missed it. And that's going to be 2nd down and 10. 4 for 8 in this game, 49 yards. Colts will stay in the 4-3 defense. They're going to blitz a couple of guys. It's a short pass, but flushed out of the pocket. And Tannehill looking for another target. He's got one, and that's a nice pickup. 13 yards and a first down. Taking advantage of another empty zone. Tannehill converts. Nick Westbrook Ikin makes the reception, and it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Titans have a kicker that is not so good from longer range. Really needs to get to the 22 to get to a more automatic kick. Attempt from here would be 2 through 7. Just 1st and 10. Here's an off tackle run and a pickup of 2 yards to Dontrell Hilliard. 2nd down and 8. 3 wide receivers split out now for the Titans. Safety up close again, showing blitz out of the 4-3. Here's a screen. One man in the zone. Tailback Deontay Foreman is the target. Tannehill on his card, result receiver, and that's going to be a 1-yard loss as Deontay Foreman catches it, but is immediately brought down. Zaire Franklin. So 3rd and 9. So a big 3rd and 9 here. Early second quarter now. 14:42 to go here in the first half. So big play here as the Titans are staring at a possible 2 through 7 field goal attempt if they don't convert here. 3rd and 9 at the 29-yard line. 3 wide receivers are split out. Tannehill's in the shotgun now. Nickel defense shown here by the Colts. Oh, and Tannehill is back to pass, and he's looking for the end zone, throwing long, but it is correctly double teamed by Andre Sendejo. The reception is attempted for Chester Rogers, but he's doubled. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Tannehill looking for another target, and he's got one. That's a nice pickup. 16 first down conversion to Westbrook again. That was a yard after catch roll. And Westbrook again is only a D rating, but got the double sixes. And so that's a huge break on a critical 3rd down play, getting the Colts, or I should say the Titans, into the red zone now. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Big play in the early game here. Here's a little dump pass over the middle, incomplete. Chester Rogers was the target again, but with one man in the zone, Indianapolis stops him on their defensive card. 2nd and 10 now. Early second quarter action here. Titans up 3-0, trying to add to it. They'll split out 3 wide receivers. Colts showing blitz out of the 4-3. It is a screen pass. Deontay Foreman out of the backfield is your target. 6 on the white guy. That's going to get a 0-man and completion for 13 yards down to the 1. There is an illegal contact flag. That's against Indianapolis, so declined by the offense. And Tannehill is suddenly hot and has the Colts, or I should say the Titans, down at the 1-yard line here. 1st and goal, full house formation. 4-3 defense shown by the Colts. They're showing blitz. They've got a strong defensive front. The defense guesses run. It's a run up the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown run by Deontay Foreman on the dive, his 7th carry. And he gets the game's first touchdown as the Tennessee Titans extend to a 2-score lead. Randy Bullock comes out for the extra point. And that one is good. And with 13:48 to go here in the second quarter, the Colts, who beat the Titans this year by a touchdown or trailing at home 10-0. And here's an off to Ashton. That's a nice return. Snake eyes on his card. 31 yards is the result, and Colts with good field position take over at their own 33-yard line. You come into the game without King Henry and a couple other offensive weapons. This is probably how you want to start it. Finding a way to bleed some clock, get some running game going, and build yourself a 10-point lead on the road. Give Coach Pete Quagliarina some credit here. Short pass, and Michael Pittman has that one. Carson Wentz completes his first pass of the game, an 11-yarder for a first down. Colts out to the 44-yard line. Probably have action already started as well in Carolina, or I should say, and in Atlanta, and we do. We're going to check in on that game here soon. Undefeated Falcons. And there's a flat pass for 10 yards. Carson Wentz completes to Jack Doyle. That's another first down. But there's a big play. Quentin Nelson is hurt. He'll be out for this game. He'll be out for next week as well. And if you don't know the name Quentin Nelson, I'm talking about a perfect blocker. 7 on the pass block, 6 on the. He's your left guard, takes care of the high linebacker. That's a big injury. 6-yard run there on first down for Jonathan Taylor. 2nd and 6 now. Colt at the Tennessee 40. Looking ahead at the schedule, Quentin Nelson out for the remainder of this game. And will be out for the Jets as well next week. So that may be a scheduling break. No offense meant, but you're missing your big lineman. You'd rather take on a winless team probably. We had an incompletion on a flat pass to Carson Wentz. And that sets up a 3rd and 4 for the Colts at the Tennessee 40. On 3rd and 4, it's going to be a run, and it's going to be a short gain result for Jonathan Taylor, and he's going to hit doubles or snake eyes for a 20-yard run. Jonathan Taylor busts through for a long gain, essentially. And that's down to the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Wentz under center. Colts will stay in their blocking back formation. 3-4 defense shown here. And it looks like it's a blitz, but it's a square out to an empty zone and complete there to Michael Pittman again. Pick up a 13 yards and a first down. March, 1st and goal now at the 7-yard line of Tennessee. Colts trying to get on the board here. Right back to the blocking back formation. 3-4 blitz shown Titans. The guess is run, and it is. It's a run for a -2 as that goes to the defensive card. 2 men in the zone. You're not doing anything against the Tennessee defense like that. 2nd and now the 2 tight end formation. Taylor stays in the game as the tailback. Titans defense again showing blitz from the foot of their end zone. We'll see if the Colts decide to try to throw it in here on 2nd down, 2nd and goal. And they do. Back to pass to the end zone. Zach Pascal, touchdown, Colts. Wentz finds him over the middle. And the Colts are on the board. Nice drive by the Colts. as they go 52 yards in just under 4 minutes. And lining up now is Michael Badgley, and that's through. And with 9:54 to go here in the first half, Colts are on the board, trailing the Titans 10-7. Pause for station identification. I don't know why I've always wanted to say that. Let's go ahead and switch over now, and let's see if we can't get a little peek in and see what's happening with the undefeated Falcons. That's not what we're looking for. Come on. All right. So we're going to peek in here briefly. Atlanta is up at home 3-0 on the 2-5 Panthers. But the Panthers appear to be driving. 2nd and 10 now at the Atlanta 20. There's an off tackle run, and McCaffrey going nowhere there, just a pickup of 2. Good call by Coach Dan Marin. Young Wei Koo with a 40-yard field goal, the only scoring so far in this one. Panthers with a 3rd and 8 here at the Atlanta 18. Back to pass. Sam Darnold. The defense was double teaming Christian McCaffrey. But that's not who he was going to. He's flushed out of the pocket, though. Darnold going to be looking for another target on his card. Yak opportunity, and nothing doing. Actually, a 1-yard loss. So 4th and 19 at the, or I should say 4th and 9 at the 19. Carolina going to go for a tying field goal here. Just sneaks it in through the upright there. And 3:36 to go in the first quarter. Carolina and Atlanta will tie it up 3-3. All right, we are back in Tennessee now, or back in Indianapolis here, and there's a nice run. Deontay Foreman with a 30-yard run around the edge. There's an injury on the play, Chester Rogers, and he's going to miss 3 games. So it's getting worse there for C, as they now have 3 pass catchers out of this game and Derrick Henry. So a little bit of an offensive mash unit when it comes to the playmakers for the visiting Titans. Second and 10 here at the 45. And it's a hitch over the middle to Westbrook Keen. And it's a good one. Nice catch and a first down, 23 yards down to the doorstep of the red zone. 1st and 10 Titans at the 22-yard line of Indianapolis. Two tight end formation shown here by the Titans. Colts going to show blitz out of the 4-3. And on 1st and 10, defense guessing pass, but it's a run again off tackle. Just a pickup of 2 there for Deontay Foreman. 2nd down and 8. Deontay Foreman looking good in this game. 9 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown. Halfway through the second quarter here. Titans up on top 10-7. But they're at the 20-yard line of the Colts here. Colts safety up close, showing blitz. Tannehill back to pass, looking long, throwing to an empty zone, and incomplete. Tannehill got it to the defensive card with 0 men. Certainly had his opportunities there, but rolls the 7 interception splint. Was lucky to avoid the turnover, frankly. So that's going to make it 3rd down and 8. And at the 20-yard line from right here, the Titans have a 2 through 10 field goal. But if they were to lose yards on negative play or variable field goal, that drops down to 2-7. So going to have to be careful thinking about that offensively here. They're still within the variable range of what would be a 2-7 field goal. 2 tight end. They're going to sit in the shotgun here with Tannehill. Deontay Foreman at his side. Nickel blitz presented by the Colts. Tannehill back to pass. He's looking short, but he's flushed out of the pocket. And he's going to complete it, but just to pick up a 5 yards. So 4th and 3 comes up short of the sticks. 4th and 3 at the 15. That should get you safely out of that variable. So it's an easy 2 through 10 field goal from here, unless you want to go for it. 4th and 3 at the 15. I wouldn't expect that, but you never know. Some coaches are more aggressive than others. It certainly appears to be at least within the wheelhouse of contemplation as we await the call. And sure enough, Coach Pete Quagliarini is going to bring out the offense here on a big 4th down opportunity. 4th and 3 at the Indianapolis 15-yard line. Titans up by 10. They're going to pass on the field goal attempt. 4-3 blitz shown here by the Colts. Deontay Foreman, the single setback. Coach John Freeze of the Colts defense really needing a good call here to get this Titans team off the field. Coach Quagliarini still considering his offensive play call here. 6:54 to go, second quarter. We welcome Harlan to the stream. Again, a big 4th down and 3 here at the 15-yard line of Indianapolis. Waiting on the play call by Titans coach Quagliarini. The guess by the Colts is a short yardage run defense, but it's a quick out. Jeff Swaim is the target, and he's got a completion, and he is going to roll on into the end zone. Touchdown, Titans. A big 4th down call, and they get the conversion, and they get the touchdown as they extend on the road to a 2-score lead. Randy Bullock comes out for the extra point attempt, and it's good. Let's sort out the laundry on the field. It was an offsides call against the defense. I assume they'll probably take that on the kickoff, and they do. So with 6:36 to go before halftime, Titans get a touchdown on 4th and 3 from the 15 and have extended to a 17-7 lead on the road in a battle for first place in the AFC South. Switching back now to Atlanta as the Falcons are themselves on the doorstep of the red zone. 1st and 10 at the Carolina 20. Second quarter action, a 3-3 tie. Here's a run up the middle to Mike Davis, running into a pass defense, and he's got himself a 6-yard carry on the defensive card. Second down and 4. Panthers just 2-5 on the year, but a score differential of just 32 points. They've been close. Falcons still undefeated, 5-0-1 after their tie last week with the Miami Dolphins. Coach Dan Marin has his Falcons looking good here. 2nd and 4. Square out pass. Calvin Ridley is the target, and incomplete. Was actually an interception split roll and needed snake eyes, double sixes. Got the 11, so it was close. Big third down coming up here. Opportunity for Coach Jess Geller to get his Panthers defense off the field. 3rd and 4 at their own 14 is the Panthers defense. Falcons coming out with a blocking back formation. Mike Davis is the tailback. Davis was a member of the Panthers just the year before. Decent receiver out of the backfield. Panthers gets run, but it's a pass, short pass to Russell Gage. It's complete down near the goal line, and he is brought down at the 1. 1st and goal there for the Falcons. And Coach Dan Marin brings out the offense with a full house, heavy set. Defense gets his run. It's another pass, short, into the end zone. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley on the receiving end as the Falcons get the first touchdown of this game. 12 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Young Wei Koo comes on for the extra point. And it's good. And the Falcons now up 10-3 in this one, kicking away to the Panthers. We're attempting to look in now at the Indianapolis, Tennessee game. And it appears we're going to have to close that one out to do it. Start that process, if you don't mind, as the Panthers start their next drive at their own 25-yard line. Looks like we have a scheduled game, Miami and Buffalo, coming up on Wednesday. Let's see, where is the... There it is. Just remember they changed the code over here, so let's put that one in instead. All right, we are back in Indianapolis and just in time for a Colts punt. So they're still trailing by 10. Titans up 17-7. And the Titans are getting the ball back here with 4:12 to go in the second quarter. So Titans 10-point lead and an opportunity to extend. And on 1st and 10 from the 20, here is a screen pass to the tailback, Deontay Foreman. And on the defensive card, a pickup of 5 yards. Nice pickup. And that's going to make it 2nd down and 5 for the Titans. The Titans again playing without Derrick Henry in this game, but they're doing a nice job. They've got 14 first downs to just 6 for the Colts. They've outgained the Colts 220-99. Coach Quagliarini has really kind of controlled this game. And on 2nd and 5, here's a quick slant to Cole Pruitt out of the and incomplete. Oh, we've got another injury. And it is the quarterback, Ryan Tannehill. The nightmare continues here for the Titans as far as injuries. Let's take a look. So Tannehill is out for the game. So let's set this up, folks. Titans are up by 10 on the road just before halftime, so they're in good shape. But Tannehill has been hurt, and that brings in Logan Woodside. I'm looking at this card. That is not a Tannehill card, and it's going to be a challenge for Logan Woodside, particularly when you consider that there is no King Henry. He's out for, I believe, overusage. And the Titans are also missing three receivers: Julio Jones, Chester Rogers, Anthony Ferkser. So they're only missing three pass catchers. They're starting quarterback and King Henry. Logan Woodside takes over here for the Titans to see if he can hold on. Coach Quagliarini making a joke about having no one left in his arsenal. Inclined to agree. Big 3rd down and 5 here as Logan Woodside dusts off the rust and gets ready to try to capitalize on this big 3rd down play. Two tight ends are coming out here for the Titans. Defense guesses run, but we're going to pass. Logan Woodside looking to the sideline, and he's got it. Nice completion there to A.J. Brown. Pick up at 10 yards. That could have been worse because it was a result of receiver. A.J. Brown's got a really good card there. But a 10-yard completion on Logan Woodside's first attempt. Titans out to the 35-yard line now. 2:24 to go in the first half. Colts trailing by 10 at home, but with all the injuries the Titans have experienced, Coach John Freeze got to think this is one he can work toward coming from behind on. First place battle between a pair of 4-3 teams in the AFC South. Here's a first down screen pass by Logan Woodside as he's coming out throwing again. And Woodside's got himself a completion. Deontay Foreman takes it for a nice 7-yard pickup. There is a penalty. And wipe it off. It's offsetting penalties, actually. So the play never happened. 1st and 10, Tennessee at their own 35 again. So this is what makes the USFFL awesome or makes the USFL terrible, depending on who you ask, is those moments when the injuries have piled up. And you got to find a way to work through and get the victory anyway. I personally like the depth that creates. Here's a little hitch over the middle to Nick Westbrook Akin. And that's going to be a pickup of 7 yards. Woodside again with a completion. Got a result of receiver on the defensive card, and a 7-yard pickup makes it 2nd down and 3 at the Tennessee 42-yard line. We have reached the 2-minute warning here in Indianapolis. Your score, the visiting Titans up 17-7 as they approach midfield. 2nd down and 3 now, 2 tight ends. Deontay Foreman, your tailback. Both teams, all 3 timeouts. Here's a little square in pass to A.J. Brown again, and incomplete. There is a penalty, and that's going to be holding against the offense. So they will probably take the 10 yards, I assume, back them up. And they do. 2nd down and 13 now. Titans at their own 32. Just before halftime here. The mash unit that is the Titans clinging to a 10-point lead. Under 2 minutes now. The Colts have gone to a nickel defense. They're showing blitz. And here's an off tackle run into a pass defense. That's going to be 7 yards. Nice pickup there on the defensive card. A 7-yarder makes it 3rd down and 6. Tennessee out to the 39. We'll see if either one of them is inclined to call a timeout here. We're under the 2-minute warning on 3rd and 6. Who wants to stop the clock? And it appears nobody does. It's going to run down to the 122 mark. Titans now have a big 3rd and 6 at their own 39. They're going to split out 4 wide receivers wide. Logan Woodside is under center. On for the injured Tannehill. Deontay Foreman, the tailback. Nickel defense coming out here for the Colts. Still 3rd down and 6. So I hope everybody can hear me because there we go. I think that sounds better now. Yeah, it does. Okay. For a second, it didn't sound like the broadcast was coming through, but looks like we're good. So we just missed a 13-yard button hook for the Tennessee Titans to Deontay Foreman, who now has 7 catches here in the first half for 59 yards. Deontay Foreman putting up a lot of combined yardage in the absence of Derrick Henry. 59 yards receiving on 7 catches. Dave Foreman also 77 yards rushing on 10 carries. So a good game for him, filling in. And Logan Woodside 3 for 3 now for 30 yards, taking over for the injured Tannehill. 1:15 to go. Titans 1st and 10 at their own 48. Or I'm sorry, 1st and 10 across midfield now at the Colts 48. Titans still have 2 timeouts left. 2 tight end formation. And they are looking deep to an empty zone. The defense did call pass. It goes to the defensive card. And A.J. Brown has hit a long gain on the empty zone. And that one is going to go to the house. 48-yard touchdown. And with just 1 minute to go here in the first half, Logan Woodside now 4 of 4 for 78 yards as he connects to A.J. Brown for a big score. And the Titans come out with Randy Bullock to set the extra point. It is good. Another penalty on the kick. They'll kick it off from the 40 now, but 24-7 is the score now with the Titans. A surprising 17-point lead on the road here, despite missing 3 receivers, King Henry and Ryan Tannehill. So give Coach Coach Pete Quagliarini credit for fighting through adversity. 60 seconds left here in the first half. Even a field goal would make a big difference here for the Colts. 2-minute offense. Back to pass, looking short. Defense is in a nickel. Zach Pascal's the target, but it's flushed, and Wentz is looking for another target. 6 on the white dice is going to give him a completion and 10 yards. And getting out of bounds on that one is Mo Alley Cox. His first reception of the game. He gets out of bounds at 52 seconds. 1st and 10 now. Colts at their own 35-yard line. Three wide receivers now split out. Titans stay in the nickel. Back to pass again. Wentz looking short. It's incomplete. Wentz on his card hit the 8 and could not connect with Ashton Doolin. It's 2nd down and 10. Wentz just 66 yards passing in this game. Thorough domination by the Titans in the first half so far. 305 yards to just 109. Here's a pitch out around the end, and Taylor brought down, rolled out of bounds, so it stops the clock, but just a pickup of 1 on the defensive card. And with 37 seconds left to go before halftime here, Colts are now 3rd and 9 at their own 36. Coach John Freeze tried to sneak in a breakaway run to his explosive tailback there. But you're not going to get that accomplished very easily on the Tennessee defensive cards. 3rd and 9 at the 36. 3 wide receivers split out. Jonathan Taylor, the lone tailback. Nickel defense again by the Titans. And looking deep. There's a throw into the secondary and intercepted. Intercepted at the 32-yard line by the Titans defense. And nothing doing on the return. But with 22 seconds left before halftime, we have what was the game's first turnover. And indeed it is. Carson Wentz throwing long, trying to get into field goal range, is intercepted. And Tennessee will take over. And with under 30 seconds left to go here before halftime, I would imagine the teams might be inclined to just let the clock run out here. We'll see. Indianapolis does have 3 timeouts left, I guess, if they want to try to stop the clock. Colts are going to set up in a dime defense. So that's a freebie run, and that is going to be a run indeed. Jeremy McNichols off tackle for a pickup of 5. 2nd down and 5. And both teams let the clock run. We're down to 1 second left before halftime. And so we're going to go ahead and take this one to halftime. Indianapolis at home, struggling against a depleted Tennessee squad that is missing their starting quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, and 3 receivers. 24-7, Titans are leading on the road. Pete Quagliarini going up against Coach John Freeze in an AFC for first place in that division. Let's head now over to NFC action and see how things are going for the undefeated Falcons as they take on the Panthers. We are catching up to the live broadcast here. Give me a second. It's catching up on some of the action I missed, so to speak. So it looks like we are 1 minute left before halftime. 1 minute, 7 seconds left. This one also is just before halftime. Atlanta at home, undefeated, leading the Panthers 10-3. They've got a 2nd down and 2, Atlanta does, at Carolina's 35, and there's a 12-yard short pass. Matt Ryan drills one in there to Russell Gage for a 1st down. And it's 1st and 10, Falcons at the 23 of Carolina. There's a little flat pass over to the left and a pickup of 5 yards to Mike Davis, the tailback, get out of bounds. Atlanta still all 3 timeouts, so they should be okay. They let the clock run, though. 37 seconds left in the first half now. 2nd and 5. Falcons inside the red zone, now at the Carolina 18-yard line. Mike Davis sets up as the tailback behind 2 tight ends. Defense looking pass for the Panthers, but it's an off-tackle run. And just a pickup of 3 for Mike Davis. And that's going to make it 3rd and 2 at the 15 as the Falcons have to burn their first time out. So 3rd and 2, Falcons at the 15-yard line of Carolina with 30 seconds to go. Matt Ryan looking over the middle for a button hook pass to Cordero Patterson, and that is going to be nothing doing, incomplete. And so good stop by the Panthers defense, sets up a 4th and 2 at the 15. And no thinking about it, Dan Marin's going to bring that kicker out. Young Wei Koo from 32 yards is good. And just before halftime here in Atlanta, they've extended to a 2-score lead as the Falcons behind that field goal jump ahead of Carolina 13-3. Let's take a look at some of the stats here as we get the ensuing kickoff is a touchback. We'll see if Carolina feels frisky with their 15 seconds, but I imagine that may not be the case with Sam Darnold as your quarterback. Wow, look at the defense here by the Falcons in the first half. Just 66 yards of offense for Carolina. Carolina, two rushing first downs, 2 passing first downs, and that's it. Not a lot of penalties, no turnovers. The Panthers simply couldn't move the ball. And when you consider how little they moved the ball, holding Atlanta to just 161 yards of offense is actually pretty good feat there. And first play there with 15 seconds actually was a long pass attempt and an interception split roll by the defense. So a little bit of a risk there taken by the Panthers and almost came back to haunt them, but incomplete on that split roll for the interception. And then a 5-yard penalty wiped it away anyway. And then now another 5-yard penalty as the Panthers now 1st and 20 at their 15. Neither quarterback with 100 yards passing in the first half. Good defense being played here. Sam Darnold takes a knee, and that's going to go ahead and run out the clock here. So your halftime score from Atlanta, Falcons putting their unbeaten record to the test. Still winning at home 13-3 at the half. Let's switch over to AFC action now, see what's going on there. So it looks like the Colts are coming out with the first possession of the second half, and that's good news for them because they're trailing by 17 points here at home. First and 10 now, Colts at their own 35-yard line. Defense guessing pass, but it's a run up the middle. Jonathan Taylor for 6 yards. 2nd down and 4. Jonathan Taylor, 9 carries, 55 yards in this game. Colts struggled offensively in that first half. There's a run up the middle and a gain of 6 yards as the center makes the block. Needed to be a 6, and he was, Ryan Kelly. So big conversion. Colts now 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line of Tennessee. Right back to the blocking back formation. I sure wouldn't count the Colts out here at home, down 17, still 1/2 to go because of all those injuries the Titans are staring at. Here's a little flat pass to Zach Pascal, and he's got the short gain on Wentz's card. Down and more, down to the 10-yard line, a pickup of 13. And 1st and goal now at the 10-yard line. And in some ways a blessing to be held up and stopped right at the 10 as you now open up still the flat pass opportunity and force the defense of the Titans to keep their eye on those flat zones. Taylor behind the fullback again. 3-4 blitz shown here by the Titans. Guess his run, and it is around the end, and a pickup of 6 yards. Coach Quagliarini correctly diagnosed a run play there, but He went to the defensive card, and a 6 on the white die beats the defensive end. Taylor gets a 6-yard gain. That sets up second and goal at the 4. That's a big first as it makes the defense concerned about a run that could take it into the end zone here a little bit more pronounced. Colts, in fact, are bringing out the full house formation now. John Free's going to show a muscle formation here. Defense guesses run, but it's a short pass. Mo Alley Cox, incomplete. Coach Freeze got the defensive look that he wanted and got it to the quarterback card like he wanted, but Wentz couldn't hit the roll. Pretty good card, too, but it's third and goal at the 4. Right back to the full house formation from the 4-yard line. 3-4 blitz presented here by Coach Quagliarini and his Titans. Defense gets his pass, run up the middle, and touchdown! That opened wide for Jonathan Taylor, who was actually a plus 67 on his card. Maybe not the best time to waste that double sixes, but the Colts will take it as they get their second touchdown of the game. And Michael Badgley punches through the extra point. Critical touchdown scored on the opening drive of the second half here by the Colts as they have cut into the lead. Titans now lead by 10, 24-14. And the ensuing kickoff by Badgley, fielded by Marcus Johnson at the 3 and brought out to the 24. And that's where the Titans will set up. 30 to go here in the third quarter. Titans take over with their opening possession of the second half, protecting a 10-point lead. Checking over in Atlanta, seeing if that one's going on, and it's going to maybe make me reopen that game as well. So let's close that one if we can. And we'll keep our eye right now on the Tennessee-Indianapolis game and come back there. Opening drive of the second half for the Titans. They're up by 10 points. If you've joined this broadcast late, you're missing all the injuries for the Titans. Starting quarterback Ryan Tannehill out. Starting tailback King Derrick Henry out. 3 different receivers out. Logan Woodside is trying to muscle this offense, and A.J. Brown is getting a lot of targets like this one. A little dump pass, and that's going to be a pickup of 15. Nice call there by Coach Quagliarini. Caught the Colts defense guessing run and hit a flat pass to A.J. Brown, who now has 5 catches, 98 yards on the game. First and 10 Titans at their own 39-yard line. And back to pass again. Logan Woodside is looking deep to A.J. Brown, but he's flushed, rolling out to the right, looking for another target. And Logan Woodside gets a 7-yard completion. Got a result of receiver on his card, and Nick Westbrook again pulls it in for 7. And that makes it second down and 3. Folks, it's worth mentioning, Logan Woodside is 6 for 6 for 100 yards and a touchdown. Doing extremely well. Filling in for the injured Ryan Tannehill. Second and 3 for the Titans up near midfield at their own 46. Woodside throwing again. Quick slant over the middle. Result is receiver, and that's a good one. 11 yards. Cole Pruitt out of the backfield gets on the receiver result. And even on the right column, picks up first down yardage. Woodside still perfect. First and 10. Titans at the Colts 43-yard line. Colts showing blitz now out of the 4-3. Titans in a 2 tight end formation. Dontrell Hilliard comes back in as the tailback. Defense guessing run, but defense is guessing pass, but it is a run, and Dontrell Hilliard picks up 5. Injury on the play, this time to the Colts defense. Al-Qadin Muhammad is hurt for the Colts. That would be the defensive left end, who is a 4 with a pass rush of 7. Pass rush will drop from a 7 to a 3, and run rating will drop from a 4 to a 0. As it impacts this game, he'll also miss the next 3 for the Colts. And on 2nd and 5, there's a run to Deontay Foreman and 5-yard pickup on the defensive card, back to back. Results on the defensive cards for a first down, as the Titans now down to the 33-yard line of Indianapolis. Despite all the injuries on offense, Tennessee just been more efficient with the ball than it downs to 11, 358 yards to 181. They're on the march here as well. Here's an off-tackle run. Dontrell Hilliard pick up a 6. That's going to be wiped away, though. Reset the down as there's offsetting penalties. 1st and 10 again at the 33 of Indianapolis. Dontrell Hilliard, the tailback, 2 tight end formation. Colts showing blitz out of the 4-3. There's a sideline pass to A.J. Brown, and he's got a completion, it looks like. And wow, 15 yards to A.J. Brown. Logan Woodside is red hot, 8 for 8 now. On that play, he got the only yak possibility on his card on a 6 on right. And double sixes, A.J. Brown turned that into a 15-yard pickup, as he goes over 100 yards receiving now. A.J. Brown, 6 for 113. Woodside now 8 for 8 for a $126. Red zone, the Titans 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line of Indianapolis, halfway through the 3rd quarter. Titans clinging to a 10-point lead, 24-14. Colts going to show blitz again out of the 4-3. We'll check in again on NFC action after this drive resolves itself. Defense's guest pass. It's another run on Dontrell Hilliard. He's running off tackle to the left. And Hilliard, he's got himself a short gain. Dontrell Hilliard. And that's going to be capped, though, at 6 yards. Low usage running back containment. So 2nd down and 4 now at the 12-yard line. Second and 4 at the 12. Flat zone still open. And on 2nd and 4, Logan Woodside is going to set up in front of a full house backfield. So interesting call here by Coach Quagliarini. I expect we'll see John Freeze bring out the Colts 4-3 defense. Indeed, showing blitz out of the 4-3 of the Colts. Here in the red zone, we'll see if he's going to put it in the hands of Logan Woodside again. And he does. It's a short yardage run defense, but it's a screen over to the left. Deontay Foreman. And that's going to be a pickup of 4 yards. So that's going to be a first down, first and goal at the 8-yard line now. As the Titans continue to just march on here. Titans with more than a 10-minute edge in time of possession here in the middle of the third quarter. So it's been a pretty dominating performance by a depleted offense from Coach Quagliarini. Deontay Foreman is the tailback here on first and goal from the 8. A.J. Brown has been the primary target all day with 3 different receivers hobbled for this game. Coaches commenting that they're seeing that 10-minute time of possession advantage that I was just looking at. And off comes a run. Foreman. Titans are great defensively. You want it on your offense card, but you didn't get it, and it's going to be a loss of a yard there as the right tight end could not make the block. Needed to be a 6. Jeff Swain was not. So second and goal now from the 9. 2 tight end formation again. Colts again showing blitz out of the 4-3. Got to wonder if Coach John Freeze might be looking to double team A.J. Brown down here close to the goal line. He has been the regular target for the Tennessee offense. And on second and goal, Logan Woodside is back to pass. Defense gets his pass. He's throwing right into it. And that is touchdown. Logan Woodside hits me, Cole Pruitt. He got a resultant receiver on the defensive card. And because the Colts were showing blitz, it was a long gain. And Logan Woodside now 10 for 10, 139 yards, 2 touchdowns. And he puts the Tennessee Titans out in front by 3 scores once again here on the road in Indianapolis. Coming out for the extra point is Randy Bullock. His 4th such attempt today. And he's good again. And with under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter, the mash unit that is the Titans has extended to a 17-point lead yet again in Indianapolis, now leading 31-14. Let's go ahead and see what we can find now with NFC action. Check in on the Falcons and Panthers. Sometimes these games get away from you. I get it. All right, Falcons and Panthers now. Late third quarter, 148 to go here. Falcons up by 10 points, 16-6. Both teams have a field goal here in the third quarter. Falcons have the ball, 2nd and 3. They're at their own 32-yard line. And here's comes a quick out pass to the tight end, Kyle Pitts. That's incomplete. That was a linebacker in zone, and a 4 on the white die saves the Panthers and sets up a third down opportunity for the Panthers defense. 3rd and 3. Back to pass Matt Ryan. Look long. He chose it, and it's going to be sacked. He is sacked on the play, and a big loss. 13-yard sack by Derek Brown of the Panthers. All the way back to the 19-yard line, and the Falcons will punt there. That's a big sack because give Coach Dan Moran predicted an empty zone, I think, and threw long on. He got the empty zone that he was looking for, but a big sack comes through, and that forced the punt. A 50-yard punt, by the way, resulting in a fair catch. That 50-yard net, though, is wiped away as the Falcons committed a penalty. False start on that punt. They'll punt it again. And this one's another 50-yarder. Fielded at the 36-yard line of Carolina by Alex Erickson. And a nice 9-yard return. And that ends, by the way, the third quarter here in Atlanta. We move on to the fourth quarter here at the Georgia Dome. I assume I'm gonna call it the Georgia Dome. I don't know what it's called these days. Mercedes-Benz. I'd have to think about it. But we're live from Atlanta. Going to the fourth quarter. Falcons protecting a 10-point lead, 16-6. Here's an off tackle by the Panthers, and Christian McCaffrey is going to pick up 6 by beating the nose tackle. Second down and 4. And on second and 4, here's a short pass, actually flushed out of the pocket now, and that's going to be a nice completion. Darnold was flushed out of the pocket, and he managed to find Amir Abdullah out of the backfield for 13 yards, and the Panthers are now down to the Atlanta 36. Panthers trying to get another score. Here's a pitch out to Amir Abdullah, and just a 1-yard gain, second down and 9. Panthers trying to get on the board as the first team to a loss to the Falcons. They still have some work to do. Early fourth quarter action, second down and 9. McCaffrey's your tailback, 2 tight end formation. Ball at the Falcons' 35-yard line. Defense gets his pass, but it's a pitch out. McCaffrey, and he's got room to run. First down and more, inside the 20, down to the 17. An 18-yard pickup on double sixes. And the Panthers march into the red zone of the Falcons now. First and 10 at the 17-yard line. Defense gets his run, but it's a screen. Amir Abdullah out of the backfield. Complete. First down again. Inside the 5 to the 4. Panthers looking very good on this drive. First and goal now at the 4-yard line of Atlanta. Pro set formation. McCaffrey's the tailback. Defense gets his run, but Darnold's looking back to pass. Looking over the middle to one of his receivers, but it's incomplete. And there's actually a penalty, and it's going to be offsides against the offense. So 5 yards, wipe away that incompletion from Darnold. First and goal again now at the 9-yard line of Atlanta. 2 tight end formation for the Falcons showing blitz out of the 3-4. They guess pass, but it's a run right up the middle. Christian McCaffrey. Nice pickup of 6 yards. That was with 2 men in the zone on the defensive card. Second and goal now at the 3. As the Panthers took advantage of a poor run defense. And on second and goal, it's a guess of run by the defense. Short pass, DJ Moore, touchdown. Darnold with the touchdown strike. And we now have a brand new ball game here in Atlanta. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It is good. And with exactly 12 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, the Panthers are within 3 points of the undefeated Falcons, 16-13. The ensuing kickoff is a touchback. And the Falcons take over at their 25, protecting a 3-point lead. Still a 17-point lead in Indianapolis. Tennessee Titans ahead on the road. Colts inside the red zone. We'll keep an eye. There's a deep pass for the Falcons, incomplete. Matt Ryan was targeting Olamide Zacharias on the fly. And there were no men in the zone. Nice break for the Panthers defense. Second down and 10 Falcons at their 25-yard line. Fourth quarter action here in the NFC South. Ryan back to pass again, and he's looking for Cordero Patterson. He's got him. First down for Patterson, up near the 40, actually out to the 38. First and 10 there for the Falcons. Falcons just 2 of 8 on third down. That's one of the things that have probably kept Carolina in this game is they're above 50% themselves. Here's a sack on the play. Carolina getting through again. It's Derek Brown once again. Derek Brown with an 8-yard sack on Matt Ryan, and it's 2nd and 18. Falcons all the way back to their 30. Derek Brown with his 2nd sack of this game and the 4th sack overall by the Panthers. And on 2nd and 18, here's a little dump to Cordell Patterson, and that's going to be a pickup of 14. Linebacker in zone, and they beat the linebacker. Cordell Patterson picks up the short gain, and the Falcons recover for a manageable third down now. 3rd and 4 at their own 44. Just under 10 minutes to go in this one. Square in pass, 2 men in the zone. Nice call by the defense, incomplete. Coach Jess Geller puts 2 men in the zone in a clutch moment and gets off the field defensively. 4th and 4. Falcons now punting from their 44, and that's a boomer. Snake eyes. That's going to go into and through the end zone. And with 9:18 left in the game, Panthers take over again now at their 20-yard line, trailing the undefeated Falcons by just 3 points. 2 tight ends set now for Christian McCaffrey, your single setback. Here's a square out pass to DJ Moore, man in the zone. And it's a yak, and DJ Moore to do with that. Double sixes, and he bursts through for 23 yards on that play. Panthers out to their own 43 now, 1st and 10. Darnold now 18 for 29 for a $182. There's Christian McCaffrey, 6-yard gain on that play as he went off tackle. 2nd and 4 now. Panthers at their own 49, trailing by 3. We should start looking at their kicker. Near automatic as long as he gets down to the 32. Makeable field goal at the 40. 2nd down and 4. Short pass. That's complete. Defense was guessing run, and Darnold hits it for 14 to Ian Thomas. Across midfield down to the 37 of Atlanta. Now in field goal range. Defense guesses run again. It's another pass. Darnold. Complete. Tommy Tremble, 10 yards. 1st and 10 at the 27 of Atlanta. Defense guesses pass. It's a run off tackle. McCaffrey, 7-yard pickup. 2nd down and 3 at the Atlanta 20-yard line. Here's a screen pass. Christian McCaffrey, and incomplete. Darnold on his card found that open spot. And here comes a big 3rd and 3 in this game. Undefeated Falcons are up by 3. Under 7 minutes to go. Panthers in field goal range already. Looking to tie it at least. But they can maybe fight for the lead if they can get a first down conversion here. 3rd and 3 at the 20. Darnold's back to pass. He's looking short, but he's going to have to scramble with it. He's running around the edge. He's got a first down. Darnold scrambles for 8 yards and converts. Move the chains. Panthers 1st and 10 now at the Falcons 12-yard line. Panthers have been so close at the end of so many of these games. I've had some hard luck losses that I've seen, but big shot here. Guess of run. Short pass Darnold and incomplete. Darnold went to his card on wrong, had some opportunities, but couldn't convert. So 2nd and 10 at the 12. Now 6 minutes to go. Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. A lot of time left here in this NFC South tilt. McCaffrey now fatigued, as is the quarterback, Sam Darnold. They're both in for this play. 4 wide receivers split out. McCaffrey behind Darnold. Defense guesses run, but Darnold's going to pass again. Looking short. Terrence Marshall. Receiver result. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers. Darnold just kept throwing and throwing. Coach Jess Geller caught the defense guessing run several times and finally got one through as Darnold gets the touchdown pass to put the Panthers in front. Zane Gonzalez is right through the middle with the extra point with 5:42 left to go in this game. The undefeated Falcons trailing at home now 20-16 to the Panthers. Falcons come out with 3 wide receivers split out. Nickel defense here from the Panthers. Ryan back to pass, looking deep, and that is going to be incomplete. It was actually an split roll on Matt Ryan's card, and he almost turned it right over. Literally only 2 options to miss that interception, 10 and 11, and the split roll hit the 11, so incomplete. Falcons get a reprieve, 2nd and 10. Now here's a run up the middle, just 3 yards as the center could not make the block. Cordell Patterson gained just 3, and it's a big 3rd and 7 now here for the Falcons, trailing by 4 at their own 27. 4.5 minutes to go. 3 wide receivers split out for the Falcons. Ryan back to pass, looking short. Calvin Ridley's the target, but he's going to have to scramble. Rolls around, trying to get to the marker. He can't get there. Just a pickup of 2, and it's 4th and 5 Falcons at their own 29, and they're going to be forced to punt here with 3:54 to go. And that's a boomer. A big 55-yard punt. And that's going to go ahead and bounce and roll for another 6 yards to the 10-yard line. So a great punt at exactly the time you need it for the Falcons. Nice job for Thomas Morstead. But the Panthers now take over at their own 10-yard line ahead of the undefeated Falcons in Atlanta. 20-16, 3:36 to go. 2 tight end formation. Falcons gets run, but Darnold's passing again. This one's short, and that's going to be incomplete. Darnold went to the defensive card, which you would think would be exactly what he wants, with just 3 men there and a very poor pass-rated defense for the Atlanta Falcons. But he hit the incompletion. So 2nd and 10 now, Panthers. From their 10-yard line, 3:18 to go. Here comes an off-tackle run to McCaffrey, and the defense called it, sniffs it out, nothing doing. Actually hit a 5 on the running back card, so it wouldn't have been anything even if they'd been guessing pass, but 2 plays going nowhere, and with 2:42 to go in this game, Panthers facing a 3rd and 10 at their own 10. And they're going to go ahead and try to pass it, back to pass, looking for Tommy Tremble, and that's going to be complete. A pickup of 12 yards. Darnold converts on 3rd and 10 on a short pass to a receiver double teamed effectively by the linebacker. But it went to the defensive card, and he gets the completion, move the sticks. First and 10 now. Carolina at their 22-yard line. We're waiting for the post-play clock action. And they both teams let the clock run. Just on the front side of the 2-minute warning, 2:06 to go here in Atlanta. The undefeated Falcons trying to get a defensive stop for an attempt to come back and take the lead in this game. They're down by 4. 2 tight end formation. Christian McCaffrey, the fatigued tailback behind Sam Darnold. 3-4 defense shown here by the Falcons. They're guessing run again, but it's a hitch. Darnold passing over the middle to DJ Moore, and a result of receiver and a pickup of 11 and a first down. There's a penalty. Tack on a personal foul. 15 more yards all the way out to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 there for Carolina as we have reached the 2-minute warning in Atlanta. The Falcons at home trailing by 4 points. 3 timeouts, but the 2-minute warning is now behind them. Up the middle run by Tommy Tremble going nowhere, a -1 on the play. And the Falcons will use their first timeout. And if you're the Panthers, you might be inclined to just run it 3 times, punt it, run them out of timeouts, and punt it deep to them. They do need a touchdown. 2 tight end formation again, 3-4 defense here from the Falcons. Another first down would likely end this game. Defense gets his run. Back to pass Darnold. He's going to look to salt this one away. It goes to the defensive card, and that's complete. Darnold with a 15-yard strike to Ian Thomas. And that's a 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 38-yard line. Falcons on the ropes at home as they call their second timeout. 1st and 10 Panthers at the 38-yard, 1:45 to go in this game. Here's a run to McCaffrey. I think we'll certainly get 3 straight runs here, and he's going to lose a yard. 2nd and 11 at the 39. Falcons take their last timeout. And by my calculation, Panthers can run this clock down to definitely maybe 50 or 45 seconds. We'll see. Up the middle run to Tommy Tremble, short yardage defense, and that's going nowhere as well. That'll run the clock down to 52 seconds on 3rd and 11. So this game is really all but over here, as that clock's running faster and farther than my math was able to process. With 52 seconds, here's another run up the middle to Amir Abdullah. Loses a yard, and now just 8 seconds left. Panthers on the verge of a big upset in the NFC South. And the Panthers are going to, we thought they were going to punt, but they're going to go ahead and go for this 4th and 12 at the Atlanta 40 with just 8 seconds left. I still think they'll run it, just get it down to 1 second here. And they do indeed run up the middle, Tommy Tremble. He does pick up 5 yards. Ooh. And let's see. Christian McCaffrey was hurt on that play, and he'll miss next week. So bittersweet news there for the Panthers. But the Falcons take over. 1 second left. 1st and 10 at their own 35, trailing 20-16. Falcons lost their perfect season last week with a tie against the Dolphins. And barring a Hail Mary here into a dime defense, they're going to get their first loss here tonight with the Panthers coming into town. There's a deep bomb to Russell Gage, and incomplete. And it's all over here in Atlanta as the Falcons have absorbed their first loss of the season. Carolina Panthers have come into town and with a 4th quarter comeback have defeated the Falcons 20-16. Congratulations to Coach Jess Geller on this one, announcing to the coaches that they are free to join the broadcast if they would like to do that. And we'll come back over here, 31-21. This game here is not over. We'll kind of keep an eye on this to see if that gets interesting down the stretch. We'll see if the coaches show up. Be happy to debrief them if they do. As always, no pressure. We're moving back to the AFC until we see these coaches pop in. If they do, Indianapolis Colts trailing at home, 31-21, down by 10. 6:54 to go in this game. Colts have the ball. It doesn't seem like anything's happening. Let's at least take a look and see if we have a new game number. Perchance we do not. There we go. Now we've got some action going. Wide receivers split out here for the Colts. Titans defense in a 3-4. Off tackle. Taylor on his card. Nice pickup. First down and more. 23. Tack on a personal foul for an overall 38-yard pickup. Just what the doctor ordered for the Colts. Jonathan Taylor goes over 100 yards rushing now. And the Colts are 1st and 10 at the Tennessee 26-yard line. Hold on to your hats, folks. This one's not over yet. And Jess Geller, we welcome you to the stage. How are you doing tonight, buddy?
Okay.
Congratulations on a hard-fought win and an upset over an undefeated football team. That's not easy to do, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. Second play of the game, I lost Hubbard, and the last play of the game, I lost McCaffrey.
Let me hang on. Let me jump in here. There's a short pass to Paris Campbell, and it hit the long gain on the defender. That is going to be a of 26 yards. Carson Wentz to Paris Campbell. And this game that once upon a time was a 17-point has now dwindled. And with 6:18 to go here in the fourth quarter, the Colts have cut this game to a single score matchup. Extra point from Badgley is up and through. And that's going to make it a field goal difference. Titans are up 31-28. We'll keep our eye on that one as we also debrief Jess Geller on his upset victory. Congratulations again. So I'm going to look at the box score now because I'm kind of curious myself. What were you saying? Well, I saw that you had the fourth quarter comeback and Darnold finally got some clutch throws for you and looked like your opponent was really not expecting much from Darnold down the stretch, and you were able to take advantage of some run calls from what I could tell.
Yeah, definitely took advantage of that. And Darnold tried to throw some picks, but Dice didn't let him. He had a few 11s there and whatever. Got lucky. Losing McCaffrey in the last play was weird. It said Atlanta's Christian McCaffrey was injured, and I think the computer got all mixed up.
Yeah, I saw that, but the roll was offensive. It was 1-1, so I'm not sure why it said Atlanta, but it still went to the right team, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know how does that work when you lose your two halfbacks the next week. I wonder what's going to happen. The first play of the game, I lost Hubbard.
So both of them are injured for next week.
Yes.
Who's your other tailback?
Amir Abdullah.
That's who you have. Sorry to tell you.
God.
Yeah.
I only have the Patriots defense to contend with. That's
okay. Yeah, well, listen, as long as you're only playing the Patriots, you should be just fine.
Yeah,
as everybody knows, that's a defense you should be able to slice through like a hot knife through butter. Right, my friend?
Yeah, I'll take a W down, 14 points in the fourth quarter. I'll take it any way I get it.
Yeah, I would think. But yeah, that's, like I say, that's a big win. I'm going to take a look at this real quick with the box score, if you don't mind. And it looks like, oh, shoot, that's not the game. That's the season stats for you. Nice win against an undefeated team. So I noticed you sacks there. Those two Derek Brown fourth quarter sacks were huge when those came through.
One was on one of my sacks also had needed less than an 8, and I got a 7. So definitely got breaks with the sacks.
Yep. Time of possession was about the same. Yardage was similar. You did outgain him by about 50 yards. But I think one of the stories that I noticed when I was broadcasting and see here, if I could pick out one difference here, it's going to be the success on third down and red zone. You were 58% on third down. He was 20%, 2 of 10. You were 71% in the red zone. He was 46%. So third downs and red zone were the biggest differentials there. in a game where only one turnover, you had enough of those third downs and everything, and red zone success to overcome the only turnover of the game.
Yeah, it was tough first half, and I had a touchdown taken off the board, I think, with a false start or a penalty. Then I ended up kicking a field goal to make it, I think, 16-6, but it would have been 16-10.
Yep.
So penalties were killing me early on. But no, I got the breaks in the fourth quarter. So I'll walk away with a W any way I get it, man. They don't come easy for me.
No, they don't. Not with that team. But I think you've got a bright future if you end up staying with that team. We'll see what happens come draft time next year. I just know it's supposed to be a good draft for quarterbacks. We'll see if they can fill that squad out for you.
I may got a long way to go on that one. A lot of good real football and good strat football to get through yet. So, all good stuff.
All right. Well, I'm going to get back to this fourth quarter game. Congratulations on your big win tonight of upsetting the undefeated Falcons. You've been a sort of a hard luck loser with a very slim point differential on the year, but you got through in the clutch tonight and got her done. Congratulations, Jess.
Thanks, Tim. Talk to you soon.
All right. So we are now back to this game. 4 minutes plus to go. Titans up by 3, 31-28. Colts just received the punt. And now they take possession at their own 22-yard line, trailing by 3 at home. This is a battle for first place in the AFC South. Just checking something really quick. We're adding Dennis. Welcome, Dennis.
Hey, don't forget to go full screen.
Oh, thank you so much. I love it when I get that reminder. So many things to keep track of. Appreciate you. All right.
What do you got here?
We have a 3-point lead. This is a game with injuries being the story. The Titans did most of this game, the whole game, without Derrick Henry, without 3 receivers. Then early second quarter, they lost quarterback Ryan Tannehill. They've been going with Logan Woodside, who came out in this game 10 for his first, including 2 touchdown passes to build a 17-point lead for Tennessee. Second half, Indianapolis starts marching and fighting back. They're now driving down by 3, under 4 minutes to defense gets his run, and he's looking long, incomplete, an opportunity there for Carson Wentz, but did not hit the long gain on his card. So 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line. Not sure if you saw it, Dennis, but I just got done interviewing Jess Geller as he capped off an upset of the undefeated Falcons.
Yeah, it's a surprise that Dan has that Falcons team undefeated to begin with. But yeah, that nice win when you come in there facing an undefeated team halfway through the season and get a win.
Absolutely. 3 wide receivers split out now for the Colts. Defense gets his run, but it's a little dump pass to Mo Alley Cox, and a nice completion there for 12 yards. He gets out of bounds as well. Stops the clock with 3:18 to go. 1st and 10. Colts now across midfield at the 48.
What is that guessed right? Let's slide that slider over.
Yeah. Logan Woodside.
The other one.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry. 9 yards.
So cool.
To have those good gains sometimes for you there. Love it.
Yeah. Really good to see two of our, I don't know, not necessarily newer coaches, but John Freeze and Pete Quagliariani having quite a battle here, but pretty cool.
They already played once. The Colts won the earlier matchup by 7. There's a short pass to a double team to Michael Pittman. It's incomplete on Wentz's card, but there is a pass interference penalty. And that'll go ahead and put the Colts into field goal range at the 31.
Nice double-double there, though, by Pete. He had the right guy doubled.
He sure did. From here, the field goal to tie would be 2 through 9 and 12, barring a variable adjustment. Jonathan Taylor, the single setback. He's back to pass and brought down. He was looking deep, but didn't get time to get rid of it. Wentz brought down by Jeffrey Simmons. I know that game. He was a nightmare against the Chiefs when I was at the stadium the other night. Absolutely scary. 10-yard loss on the play.
9 yard. It was only a random roll of 8, so it would have been sacked just about any time. But that extra double team boosted the pass rush rating of Jeffrey Simmons by 2.
There you go. And 2nd and 20 now at the 41-yard line. Not good deep range for this kicker, 2 through 3. He's got to get back to that 32 range. 2:24 to go here in the 4th quarter. Battle for first place in the AFC South. Both teams 4-3. Pitch out around the end, and Jonathan Taylor is going to be tackled. 5-yard gain. He did not get out of bounds. We'll see if the teams let this clock run to the 2-minute warning. We're in that gray area where neither team knows how this drive is going to end and maybe can't decide whether they want to take a timeout.
A lot of juicy numbers there. Short gains on 6 and 8 and 3.
Oh, yeah.
Plus 38 on 10. So he kind of danced through the raindrops there to keep this still a little bit in that tough field goal range.
Doing that a lot in this game. 20 carries for 112 for Jonathan Taylor so far. But here's a big game. 3rd and 15, or a big play. 3rd and 15 now. Colts need 15 for the first down, but they need 4 yards to get to that shorter range. 2 minutes, 6 seconds left. So this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Colts at home trailing by 3.
Be an interesting time to call run. He's 3 wide, so the white die one will make it guessed right, but you don't want to give up a big play and have him actually pick up that first down on the receiver reading or something.
Want to see where the linebackers are set based on the formation that he's going to bring out. But I agree with you. When you've got a playmaker like Taylor, you've got to at least consider that. 3-4 defense presented, so 4 linebackers at play for the Titans and Coach Quagliarini. Especially when it's tough to think you're going to get the first down on a short pass completion. But he's going short, and that's going to be complete. Paris Campbell will pick up a 12. Not enough for a first down, and it's going to be 4th and 3 at the 24. And from right here, that's going to be a 2 through 9 and 12 field goal, regardless of whether the variable pushes that into a closer range or not. So 2 through 9 and 12, right at the 2-minute warning, and it's decision time for the Colts.
Would you think about going for it here? Try to get the win?
Not really.
2 minutes is a lot of time, but
here's why I wouldn't. I'll show you exactly why I wouldn't. Reports and overusage injuries.
No Derrick Henry.
I'd rather go into overtime knowing that they're without Julio Jones, Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, Chester Rogers, Anthony Ferguson. I'd rather go into OT. I've got Jonathan Taylor.
Still got carries left.
Plus, I'm down a timeout if I need to make a stop.
Do me a favor. Slide that over to 4-minute zone. Was that complete if he would have had 4-minute zone?
It was indeed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it looks like Coach John Freeze certainly is thinking about this.
Consulting his analytics team up in the booth. What does the chart say?
Take a look at the scores we missed. Well, we did catch the touchdown. We got back just in time for that. But we missed the Doolin touchdown from Carson Wentz, who has 3 touchdown passes on the day.
What is the game ID? Because I tried to watch it on the 50618 and it wasn't working. Did they have a new ID, or am I just?
Do you mean the game replay when?
No, the game ID that you used to join the game.
Oh, it's on he put it on the broadcast channel.
Yeah. Broadcast channel. Got it.
4th and 3, and the kicker is coming out to try to tie this with a field goal, and it's good. Michael Badgley puts it through. I think I like that call. I don't think I'd be going for it. And so 1:52 to go. Coming from 17 down, the Colts have tied this at 31. The Colts won the first matchup earlier in the year, 31-24. They've scored 31 again, but this time it's not enough. They're going to need more. Ensuing kickoff goes 9 yards deep, and I assume it's going to be down there by the Titans.
Yeah, I think you might be locked up. I'm seeing it 1st and 10 at the 25 already.
Well, then I would say I'm probably locked up, so I appreciate the heads up. Let's go ahead and close the program and get set up again. Feel free to update us with whatever you're seeing while I do.
Yep, we got a little radio play-by-play here. Logan Whiteside is the quarterback. Donta Foreman fatigued and in the backfield. It's a 4-3 defense against a 2 tight end set. Swaim and Pruitt are the tight ends. Westbrook, Akini, and A.J. Brown are the wideouts. Square out left to Westbrook, Akini, and guessed right, incomplete on Woodside's card. Not a lot of hits on that flat pass card. So he's hoping for a white die 6 or for Pete to move his linebackers. Or I'm sorry, for John to move his linebackers. Pete is the one that's on offense. I see you're back in now. Go ahead and take back over.
All right. 2nd and 10, 25-yard line for the Titans.
Hilliard's in there now instead of Foreman, fatigued Foreman.
Yeah, he's been having to. He was running early and often. Here's a successful double team from the Colts on A.J. Brown. A short pass to him, and it's incomplete. It did indeed hit the double team column for Logan Whiteside, so you can expect there's not much there. And that's going to bring out 3rd and 10. So a big play here. Titans from their own 25, as if they fail to convert, they're going to leave the Colts 2 timeouts and over a minute and a half. Or something along those lines. 2 tight end formation. Deontay Foreman back in as the tailback. Woodside operating out of the shotgun. And back to passes Woodside. He's looking for Jeff Swaim, and it's incomplete. Woodside got what he wanted, which was an opportunity to look at the defensive card of the Colts, but he did find a soft spot. Just missed the long gain on 4.
Yeah, you got to remember that. Even when you have a bad quarterback in there, half the rolls are going to go on the D card.
And so that's going to force a punt from the Titans here from their 25. 90 seconds left in this game in regulation, tied at 31. Brett Kernan with a punt, 43 yards. That's going to be down to the 32, fielded there by Nyheim Hines. Pretty good little punt returner. And a nice pickup of 15 yards. So that's going to give the Colts really nice field position near midfield at their own 47-yard line.
Hey, Pete comes up with the game over. I when I'm the opposing coach, I hate seeing that because he's not.
I know you feel like
he's not giving up. I get a sentiment like, oh man, there's no way I'm going to be able to stop this. But hey, you make 3 good calls, make him, have him force a decision. Your defense is not where the injuries are. So yeah, your offense is struggling, but you can get this done.
3 wide receiver here for the Colts. Taylor, of course, the single setback behind Wentz.
He hasn't been afraid to run out of this formation.
And he's going to run defensively, but it's a pass. Wentz looking short to Zach Pascal. Incomplete. Hits the one empty spot on the defensive card.
Sometimes you don't need a good call. You just need a good roll. So
need 2 more good rolls
or 2 more good calls, and you're out of it. You're out of the mess.
1:15 to go. 2nd and 10 at the 46. Colts will stay in the 3 wide receivers set. 4 linebackers presented here by the Titans in a 3-4.
Like to see him protect that short pass zone. But again,
back to pass again, short, incomplete. Zach Pascal was once again the target, nothing doing, and it's 3rd and 10. So under the 2-minute warning, both of these teams struggling to get the offense in gear in a tie game.
White die was a 2, so a guessed wrong run on Taylor's card would have been a short gain and run. Tough to do that though, but we've seen him do it earlier in the drive.
Certainly.
You just want to get one of those white die 1s and -6 or something like that, and now you're really up against it.
Now on 3rd and 10, 4 wide receivers, spread formation for the Colts. Nyheim Hines will be the tailback.
Harold Landry's a nice pass rusher. Maybe might be a good time to drop him down. Get some heat on the quarterback. Hines is a BYAC guy, so something else to keep in mind.
Titans will sit in the nickel here on 3rd and 10. Big play, 1:07 left in this one.
Hines covered by 0. Doolin and Pascal covered by 4s. Look for those guys to get targeted. One of those guys. You're almost hoping for a D on the black die if you're the offensive coach, because you want that dump off.
Gotta wonder if he gets part of this, whether you consider going for it. Back to pass to Ashton Doolin, complete, 11 yards and a first down. 3 wide receivers were double teamed on that play, but none of them were Ashton Doolin. So give Coach John Freeze credit for picking out the right receiver in a critical moment, and he converts it. 1st and 10 now at the 42 of Tennessee. Now 1 minute exactly left in the game as the Colts take their second of 3 timeouts.
And that was all Wentz, wrong, right, or double. That was going to be complete. So no second high linebacker. So you would have had to bring 2 linebackers for a pass rush chance. Starts all over again. He needs 3 good calls now. Three good calls or 3 good rolls.
At the 42-yard line of Tennessee, 3 wide receivers split out again for the Colts. Defense gets his pass, but it's a pitch out around the edge to Jonathan Taylor, and he is brought down. Linebacker in zone. Brings him down for a 3-yard loss. He did drag him out of bounds to stop the clock.
Harold Landry makes that play.
The aforementioned Landry.
It's another good reason to bring those pass rushers to the 4-6s, the 4-5s. Get that linebacker in zone. They make the play.
And Landry sure did there. Now 2nd and 13.
What a run
Tennessee
defense,
45.
Too. What a set of run defensive cards. Look at that.
Oh,
-4,
yeah.
-1, -2.
Oh, yeah. I just played this team. Run defense in Tennessee is ridiculous. You've got to get to your card. But when you have Jonathan Taylor, you'll take those odds.
Absolutely.
Here's a short pass to Michael Pittman, and it's incomplete. Defender Xer 15, and Michael Pittman is covered by one of the better corners. Christian Fulton on the play. So 3rd and 13 now for the Colts at the 45.
All right, I'm gonna jump off. Time to get dinner ready.
Sounds good. Thanks for stopping in and for your help, Dennis, as always, buddy.
Sure.
So 3rd and 13 at the 45-yard line of Tennessee. As we mentioned before, Michael Badgley is terrible from long range. Just a 2-3 out to the 37, and you would need 8 yards to get there anyway. You really need to get to the 32. That's 13 yards. So you're almost playing for that first down, but if you can get close, maybe you kick it, look for the variable to help boost you a little bit. Formation, 4 wide receivers. Wentz in the shotgun, Taylor beside him. Titans going to show blitz out of the nickel. Back to pass, looking for Zach Pascal, but he's going to run with it. And Carson Wentz scrambles, gets away from the blitz initially, but he's brought down for just 1 yard. He does not get out of bounds. 4th and 12 at the Tennessee 44. I assume they're going to let the clock run, make Tennessee call the timeout if they want to. Tennessee might call the timeout and maybe try to block the punt, but I think we're heading to overtime. Indeed, both teams like to let that clock run. Down to 15 seconds now. And on 4th and 12 at the 44 of Tennessee, Colts are going to go ahead and punt this ball. I don't know. With only 15 seconds left, I think at 4th and 12 at the Tennessee 44, I would be switching to going for this. Try to get that 12-yard completion now that they let the clock run down, but the Colts don't. They punt it, coffin corner, out of bounds at the 19. And so with 8 seconds left, Titans take over at their 19-yard line. They have all 3 timeouts, but it doesn't do you any good with only 8 ticks on the clock. Full house formation. And it looks like we are going to go to overtime. I did say that I thought I might have considered going for that if I was the Colts. Once the clock was run down to 15 seconds, thinking that the Titans wouldn't have much time on their side of the field to do anything with 15 seconds. But I can also see the other side of that. I could see John Freeze, Coach Freeze, looking at that and saying, well, there's so many injuries. Maybe overtime is the right place to be right now. Colts do get this opening kick of overtime and a nice return yards by Ashton Doolin. So contributing offensively and on special teams is Doolin. And the Colts in overtime now, taking over at their own 29-yard line. Titans had a 17-point lead twice in this game. But the Colts came marching back with 24 second-half points to tie it. Here's a little dump pass out to the left. Mo Alley Cox can't bring it in. Incomplete. Nothing doing on the defensive card there. 2nd down and 10. Big game here in the AFC South as both teams are 4-3. Trying to decide who's going to be leading this division going into week 9. Inside run, Jonathan Taylor, and a pickup of just 2 yards. As the right guard could not make the block on that play. So 3rd down and 8 now for the Colts at their own 31. Taylor is out. Nyheim Hines is the tailback beside Wentz, who's in the shotgun defense. Setting up into the nickel for the Titans. Here's a screen to an empty zone, but it's incomplete. Wentz on his card finds the empty spot. And it's quick 3 and out as the Colts are going to have to punt away from their 31-yard line. Rigoberto Sanchez with a nice punt. 53-yarder down to the 17, fielded there by Chester Rogers, but nothing doing, nothing on the return. And so 17, it's actually the 16, and that's where the Titans will take over. 8:12 in overtime remaining. Colts 3 and out on their opening drive, so this is now sudden death. Next score wins. 2 tight end formation here. There's a little flat pass to A.J. Brown. He is double teamed, and it's incomplete. There is a penalty, and it's a false start on the offense. So back the Titans up 5 yards. Now 1st and 15 at their own 11. Deep in their end, it's important they put a few first downs here. They don't want to be deep in their end. They don't have the better kicker of the two. Here's an off-tackle run into a pass defense. Deontay Foreman, nice pickup of 8 yards. As tackle Taylor Lewan makes the block, and that sets up a 2nd down and 7, Tennessee from their 19-yard line. Give the Titans credit, as they've had some success running the ball today. 193 yards rushing for the Titans without King Henry. 110 for Deontay Foreman, 58 for Hilliard, and 21 for Jeremy McNichols. So Pete Quagliarini kept the offense true to form, even without the King. 2nd and 7 here. Here's another run. Jeremy McNichols off tackle to the right side. And a pickup of just 4 yards. Nice containment effort by Darius Leonard. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 3 for the Titans at their own 23-yard line. Overtime action here in the AFC South. Defense gets his pass, but it's another run off tackle. Dontrell Hilliard right into the teeth of that defense, but only 2 yards up, a little short. He went to the defensive card, and on a roll of 6, he only picked up 2 yards. So 4th and 1 at their own 25. And the Titans are going to punt this. Britt Kern sets up now. Back at his 10. And he skies it. A nice 45-yard punt. Takes a favorable bounce for the Titans for a 51-yard net as the Colts take over now for the second time in overtime at their own 24-yard line. 6:06 remaining. Both teams tied at 31. Colts coming out in the blocking back formation, but back to passes. Wentz looking deep. He is targeting Michael Pittman, but he's going to scramble. He's flushed out of the pocket. Wentz looking for another target on his card. He's popped a short gain on an 11. Wentz hits his man out of the backfield. 15 yards for Jonathan Taylor, his first catch of this game. That's kind of surprising when you think about it. Taylor with an A-rated yak. Could be a play for overusage. Regardless, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Defense guessing pass, but it's a run up the middle. Jonathan Taylor, he's popped another short gain. Jonathan Taylor, 1st down and more across midfield, down to the 46-yard line of Tennessee. A pickup of 15 on that play. Jonathan Taylor now 25 carries, 147 yards in this game. Janoris Jenkins for Tennessee, his 5th tackle on that play. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Still a run set, blocking back in front of Jonathan Taylor. Titans defense in the 3-4. Here's a quick end to Mo Alley Cox, and that's complete. 10 yards and a 1st down. Move the sticks again. Carson Wentz has his team on the march now at the 36-yard line of Tennessee, the fringe of field goal range. But he does need to get to the 32 to have better odds. Blocking back formation, 3-4 defense from the Titans. Keon Taylor, but it's a square out. Michael Pittman, and he's got a 10-yard gain. 1st down inside the 30, down to the 26-yard line. 4 minutes left in overtime. Colts now in field goal range, 2-9 and 12. To improve their range, they need to get all the way to the 12-yard line. They get to the 12, and it's a 2 through 11, so that's probably your stopping point. Unless you want to try that 2-9 and 12. 1st and 10 at the 26. Here's a short yardage play, and it's going to be stuffed. Jonathan Taylor run up the middle, pickup of just 1 with 2 linebackers there. 2nd and 9 at the Tennessee 25-yard line. Same formation by the offense. Safety comes up close. 3-4 blitz shown by the Titans here on 2nd and 9. Short yardage defense, but it's a hitch over the middle, incomplete. Carson Wentz goes to the defensive card and finds a blank spot. And that's going to set up a big 3rd and 9 at the Tennessee 25-yard line. 3:06 to go here in overtime. As I mentioned, from right here, the field goal to win it would be 2 through 9 and 12. Gain 3 yards, still the same thing. You got to get all the way to the 12. 3 wide receivers are going to split out now. Taylor is on the sidelines. Nyheim Hines is behind Carson Wentz. 3-4 defense shown here by the Titans. Defense gets his pass, but it's a run up the middle. Nyheim Hines, big gainer, first down. He got the boxes on the defensive card, and that converted a 1-yard gain into an 11-yard gain and a first down at the 14 on the fringe of that chippy field goal range. Injury on the play. Janoris Jenkins of Tennessee is going to be out for another week as he came out holding his arm. First and 10 at the 14. Jonathan Taylor back in, blocking back formation. 2.5 minutes left to go here in overtime. Colts trailed by 17 twice, but they are on the verge of getting out of here with a home victory against Tennessee. Defense gets his run. Quick slant over the middle. Jack Doyle, 6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4 at the 8. And this might be the point where they bring on the kicker to try to win this one. From here, it would be a 2 through 11, barring a really bad variable roll. I would kick it. You can justify it either way. We're at the 2-minute warning here in overtime, tied at 31. Colts, 2nd and 4 at the 8. And they're bringing out the full house formation. I think I'd go ahead and kick this, but I get it. Blitz brought out here by the Titans. Defense guesses run it is. Off tackle, and it's a 3-yard pickup, but a penalty. A clipping penalty backs the Colts up 15 yards all the way out to the 23. So they were in the 2 through 11. Now they're not. 2nd and 19 at the 23-yard line. That's one of the reasons I might have been willing to kick that one when I was at the 8. 2nd and 19, blocking back formation. Taylor is in. 3-4 defense here from the Titans. It's a run up the middle to Taylor. Defense guessed run. Taylor goes to the defensive, just 5. That's down to the 18. 3rd down and 14. Just 1:22 left in this game as neither team calls a timeout. Kind of surprised to see Tennessee did not call a timeout in case the Colts miss this field goal. Jonathan Taylor now 27 carries for 153 as the workhorse in this game for the Colts. Could have been a duel with Derrick Henry, but alas, the King missed this game due to overusage. 3rd and 14 at the 18-yard line. 2 tight end. Defense guesses run it is. Up the middle, Jonathan Taylor. And that's going nowhere. Nose tackle stuffs him. So 4th and 14 at the 18-yard line. I would assume the Titans are going to call the timeout in case this field goal is missed. They do not. 52 seconds left. From the 18, a 35-yard field goal to win it. 2 through 9 and 12. Michael Badgley lines it up. The kick is up, and it's good. It is good. And the Colts, who trailed in this game twice by 7 to escape with an overtime victory against their division opponent, sweeping the season series from the Tennessee Titans. Your final score from Indianapolis in overtime, the Colts 34, the Titans 31. Logan Whiteside ended up 12 for 20 on that game, considering he started 10 for 10. That means he was 2 for 10 down the stretch. Tennessee outgained Indianapolis 462 to 415. Tennessee with nearly 500 yards of offense despite all the injuries. Just a gallant effort here from Coach Pete Quagliarini. And he just came up a tad short Both teams were under 35% on third down conversions. Tennessee was perfect, 3 for 3 touchdowns in the red zone. Both teams performed well there. 190 rushing for Tennessee, 165 for Indianapolis. So even without Derrick Henry, they outrushed their opponent. A.J. Brown led Tennessee with 7 catches, 111 yards, and a touchdown. Carson Wentz, or I should say, Titans quarterbacks hit 3 different receivers for touchdown passes. So let's take a look real quick at the standings. So both teams came into this game 4-3. And so that's going to mean that the Colts assume command of the AFC South with a 5-3 record. Titans fall to 4-4 after back-to-back losses. So they'll be 1 game behind and the tie break since they've now been swept by the Indianapolis Colts. In earlier action, and here we go. We'll get back to earlier action in a second. Let's bring on Coach John Freeze of the Colts. Don, how are we doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, dear God.
An escape.
That was a mess.
Reload, John.
Huh? Sorry, what?
I said you got out of there with a victory.
Jeez.
Trailed by 17 twice in that game, but you still got it done. Tell me about the struggles in the first half there.
Oh well, I couldn't make a call for a damn, and Pete was just hitting every number, and his yak was incredible.
Yes,
that was, and when Tannehill went out, the first thought that occurred to me were all the games that I played in which the opponent had their quarterback go out, and then the sub comes in and just lives off the receiver cards and hits every number. That just makes you look like a fool, and that was exactly what happened. So Pete called a really a very creative, very good game, and and I got the things that didn't work in the first half started working in the second half, and I used a little bit more of the running out of the spread.
Right, saw that.
So using spread offense came in a little bit more in the second half, just like in prior game. And
hey, we welcome
the
Pete
thing that really
Quagliarini.
limited. Hey Pete, how you doing, man?
What's going on? How you guys doing?
Well, Pete's ability to adapt to very challenging circumstances was fully on display in that whole mess. Limited by injuries and people who were overutilization. I mean, he did. Just like half of his offense was not on the field for.
You did such a good job on that.
Oh, I knew my time was running out very fast with Logan Whiteside. It was when I started the game without the King and Julio Jones and Chester Rogers started the game, and then I lost another wide receiver, and then I lost Tannehill, and then Dante Foreman was running low on juice. It was tough. It was nerve-wracking. I just was hoping to stay involved, stay close to Jonathan Taylor's card as a man.
Hey John, you might close down your YouTube. Sounds like there's a little echo coming through there.
Close down YouTube?
Well, so I don't know. Dennis I got a message saying that says that the echo is coming through your computer. I don't know. Are you playing the YouTube Pro? I guess probably not, right? I don't know. Anyway.
No. Well, I went to the YouTube website and using Chrome, and hit and came in on the StreamYard link that was in.
I think
Slack.
we're good.
Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, I can hear, but it's pretty slight. So, hey guys, this was for the division lead. Colts are now up by 1, but you've got the tie break as well. So Titans, you're gonna have to come back, gain 2 games on them down the way here.
John, well played. It was a great game. It was one of the best I've ever played, fun-wise. I mean, I was literally shitting bricks when I was trying to throw that ball. Whiteside. Every time he had the ball, I was like, oh my God, what do I do with this guy? But he actually put up better numbers than Tannehill, I guess, for his half the game he was in. So, what it was. But
the yak was kill. I was before you joined. I was saying to Tim, the yak you guys were getting all game long was just heinous.
Well, and you're going to need big breaks like that when you're staring at the kind of depletion he had in his forces. Even with he got all the breaks he could kind of get on some of that early stuff, and that helped him build the lead. But yeah, you were looking at the clock and you're like, I think that's enough of a lead to hold on. Never know. And good job
The backbone of Tim's team, or of Pete's team, though, is that stiff as a board defense. It's really good.
Yeah.
I really like Tennessee's defense.
Yeah, I'd like to have that as well. Let me ask John, did you consider? I'm curious.
That helps a lot.
Did you consider going for? You had a 4th and 12 with 15 seconds left in regulation at like the 45, and I'm trying to remember. There was something where I think you gained 5 yards to make it like 4th and 12, a little more manageable at the 45. And because there was only 15 seconds left and you were on his side of the field, I thought you might try for that 4th and 12.
I looked at it. No. I'm not going to give that guy sitting right over there, give him the ball in the middle of the field. No.
I was getting like lucky with the yak in the beginning, and then like the strat gods kind of came back at the end and bit me a little bit with the penalties in that last drive, John. That was a killer. 2 big penalties that I think both were 15 yards. I think they were both unnecessary roughness or face masking or something that's kind of like to just killed me. And I just couldn't recover from it.
I haven't looked at any of the stats from the game, and in order to join this session, I have to turn the game off, because otherwise you have that crowd noise thing going in the background. Right? Yeah. So if we're going to talk, I have to turn the game off. So I haven't had a chance to look over the stats, but I have a feeling that this game was pretty epic in terms of total penalties.
Yeah, I think I had it up there. Let's see.
You're on mute now.
I realize that. Yeah, you had 460 yards of offense, Pete, with a complete group.
Really? Oh my God! I never would have expected that. That's for sure.
Yeah, you were working it.
Yeah,
you were making John work for every bit.
Yeah, John. It was pretty even with the penalties. You had 10, I had 9. So it was. I think just mine were at
19 penalties.
Yeah,
that's kind of a lot.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that is true. Thinking about it,
kind of a very lot.
Yeah, that's 5 1/4. That's a lot. Yeah, that's the referees were definitely flag happy. They were throwing them left and right.
Yeah. So it was a bucket of blood, man. The game. It was like.
I know, and then you injured
penalties
a defensive
every
back.
time you turn around. Injuries out the yin yang. My best 2 linemen on my team are gone. For they're going to be sitting for a while. Quentin Nelson, best offensive lineman, and Al Muhammad, the best pass rusher. So Pete, what was the? There was one injury that was an extended one for 3 games.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, that was your wideout.
Wideout, yeah, and Julio Jones is out for 3 games too. So now I'm down to 2 wideouts. And it's funny because I keep forgetting that the King missed a lot of time last year. So I don't know how to check when he's available, when he's not available. So I opened it up. I'm like, please be available, and he wasn't available. Yeah. I used up all my mojo with them against Tim. Last 2 games, overtime losses.
That's right.
Tough.
Right. Hey, did you happen to notice that the real life game ended the same score as yours and mine, 20-17 in overtime?
Was that right? I didn't check that. Yeah, real life.
Yep. I actually turned to my son when it was 17-17 in the fourth quarter. I said, I played a game earlier this week against the same team. If we win this in overtime, it's the same score.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty unlikely, especially with an overtime game. But at least the good guys won.
Yeah, that's true. It was a good game.
That's my opinion anyway. But hey, listen, congratulations, John. Big win for you. Looking ahead on the schedule, I was kind of doing some looking at that today. So like the Colts, it looks like your next 2 games are home, Jets and Jaguars, and Titans are going to be at the Rams and then back home for Saints and Texans. So that's what you guys have got coming up. Great game tonight, guys. I really enjoyed watching it and broadcasting it, and wish you both good luck the rest of the way, man.
Thanks, John. Great game. Good luck, my friend. It was a lot of fun. Take care, Tim. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Absolutely. Thanks for coming in for the broadcast, guys. And thanks to everybody else who did join us or will watch this broadcast later from the USFFL. That's it, everybody. Good night, and thanks for joining.
Take care.
Good night.